absolute honor and pleasure to officially host the RTN Start-Up Alley finale right now for all of you here this evening at MURTEC. I'm sure you've seen out in the exhibit hall the 15 hopefuls, the startups that have been here participating with us, really showing their incredible technology to the judges, to the restaurants, to the technology partners that are here in the room with us. And tonight, we're going to be bringing the top 3 startups from those 15 out in the exhibit hall. We're going to be bringing the top 3 to the stage tonight to pitch and to win your vote. So it's going to be a lot of fun, live competition, and to officially help me kick off the program, I want to welcome to the stage from SageNet, the Vice President of Innovation, Courtney Radke. SageNet is the partner for us in Startup Alley this year as the sponsor, and Courtney has been an incredible key contributor and member of RTN since its inception. Courtney, please come on up.
Thank you.
Welcome, Courtney, welcome. Thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. First of all, I would love if you would just tell the room a little bit about who SageNet is and what you do for the team there.
Yeah, so my name is Courtney Radke. I'm the Vice President of Innovation at SageNet, and that's a kind of a broad title. And so my focus is on network and security, but if you don't know who SageNet is, we are a leader in the managed services space. Again, that's broad. We support restaurants and really all industries by providing secure connectivity, cybersecurity, and digital solutions, really for businesses of any scale. But if you know me, I came from the restaurant industry, so a lot of my formative years in my career was in the restaurant industry, so it holds a special place for me. And as I got here to MURTEC and I saw all the signs, I agree, experience matters. Simple, but it resonates. And it may mean something different to other people, but we can all agree it is truly the experience that matters. So what we want to do differently at SageNet is create that always-on experience-driven network. It's not, in my world, it's not really about the speeds and feeds. It's not, is it up, is it down? Don't get me wrong, that's important. But it's about what experience are you trying to drive with the technology that's there and almost make the technology transparent to the process. What do you want our customers to have their customers see of their brand? That's what we're trying to enable. And so that's what we've been doing for almost the last 30 years. Not quite as old as MURTEC, but for the last 30 years, that's what we've been doing.
So for almost the last 30 years, but also a big believer in startups.
Absolutely.
In startup innovation and the role that that plays in the market. Tell us a little bit about why SageNet is such an advocate for startups and participating in this program this year, what that has meant to the team.
Yeah, this is truly amazing. This is our first time being the sponsor for this. We've been around the MURTEC show and seen all of the startup innovation that's happened over the last 5 years, and it's been awesome to watch. Being a almost 30-year-old company, we are still at the forefront, and we try to embrace that spirit of being a startup. Be humble. Always be curious, always be learning, because there's always something new that you can uncover, always some new solution that you can build to create better experiences for your customers. And I think back to the 2 of the things that Damon said today was, change is the only thing that's inevitable. It's always going to happen. And we've seen that our startup, all 15, right, have seen a change, seen something that was needed, a differentiator that was needed, and they responded to it. And then the other part of that is, well, how do you navigate the landmines? How do you know where to turn, where to go? I think that fits RTN to a T of this, the work groups, the getting to the map of who do I talk to, where do I turn? That is this event, RTN and Startup Alley, really to a T. So it's important to me. I've embraced that spirit throughout my entire career. We do at SageNet. And it's great to be part of this event here.
Yeah, we love it. And thank you so much for your support of the program this year. Let's remind everyone who the 15 semifinalists are that are out in the MURTEC exhibit hall. We have 15 companies. So a little bit about the overall submission process for Startup Alley. We open the submission process and we take those nominations over the course of many weeks. We receive quite a few submissions in the Startup Alley program. And then all of those submissions are reviewed and evaluated by the judges of this year's program. We have 3 incredible restaurant executives who I'm going to welcome to the stage in a few minutes. These 3 incredible restaurant executives who really pour over all of these submissions. They do an incredible job, and they narrow those 15 down to they narrow all of those submissions down to the 15 that you see on the screen and that are out in the alley. I'm sure you had a chance to walk the alley a little bit.
Tough task, yeah. I walked the alley. I took some video of the alley. It was truly buzzing.
Bumping.
It was bumping. That was the place to be on the floor. If you weren't there, you were missing out.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Well, Court, thank you very much for your support. I'll have you up here a little bit later on when we're ready to announce the winner tonight. I invite you to join the audience, and I'm going to turn our attention to the 3 incredible judges who have really put in some absolutely very thoughtful, meaningful work to help narrow the 15 down to the top 3 that are going to take the stage tonight. First thing I want to do is welcome our judges to the stage. First, from Jack in the Box, please welcome Casey Badaka Merrifield, Principal Product Manager. Casey, please come on up. Welcome, Casey. Also on our judging panel, I'd like to welcome Susan Lucas, the Chief Information Officer from Cooper's Hawk. Susan. And finally, please welcome Stephanie Nardini, Vice President of Technology from Jersey Mike's. Stephanie, welcome. Casey, Susan, Stephanie, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for everything you've done to put in the work to help narrow the 15 down to the top 3 who get to now have a lot of fun and take the hot seat with you all this afternoon. I'd love to get just a word from each of you, a word or a sentence from each of you. What does Start-Up Alley mean to you? Casey, why don't you start us off?
Oh, it's reinvigorating. Every year it's reinvigorating. We get stuck in the weeds of technology problems. We all have the same problems, the same option for solutions. But these guys bring a fresh perspective and are solving new problems in new ways, and that's always reinvigorating to go back.
Great. Yeah. Susan.
I would agree with that, right? I was in the original inaugural Start-Up Alley voters pool, and it's just neat to see the evolution and to see the new ideas coming out, right? There's some innovative products there, and these folks have worked hard, and there's a passion behind what they do, and that brings a lot of credibility to their solutions. It's exciting.
And Stephanie?
Yeah, it's very exciting. As they've kind of highlighted, there's a lot of great new ideas there. There's plenty of problems to solve, and it's really interesting to see like the creative ways that everyone approaches, what they choose to solve and their passions behind it.
Great. Well, I know that you spent a considerable amount of time yesterday morning walking the alley. You spent time with all 15 hopefuls, and you did the very difficult work of narrowing the 15 down to the 3 that are going to take the stage this evening. We're going to invite those 3 to present for the room, and then we're going to ask the room to vote for the winner. So I'm going to officially announce the 3 companies that are going to take the stage with us this evening in alphabetical order. The 3 companies that that these incredible judges have narrowed down to take the stage this evening. The first one that's going to come up is going to be All Day. We'll be bringing All Day to the stage in a little while, and representing All Day will be Kirk Morrison from All Day. Congratulations, All Day. We look forward to hearing from you. Our second finalist taking the stage this evening is going to be Livelytics. Congratulations, Livelytics, for making it into the final 3. And our third finalist that's going to take the stage with us this evening will be Pickpad. So congratulations to all 3. We're going to bring those folks up in just a minute, but what I want to do first and foremost is just make sure that the folks in the room know that we're going to call on you to vote later on at the end of the program. We're going to call on you to cast your votes to choose the winner. So in order to vote, you will need to have the mobile app, the MURTEC mobile app on your device. So please make sure that you've already downloaded the mobile app. You can pull that from your app store. You'll search for Hospitality Technology. And then once you're in the mobile app, we have a polling section set up within that. And we'll show you a little bit later on how you're going to get your hands on that. Each one of these finalists I'm going to call in to come and take the stage here this evening. And they're going to get 8 minutes on the clock. And during that 8 minutes, they're going to pitch to you, the room, and then they're going to be invited to take the hot seat. They have 8 minutes total to pitch to you and then take the hot seat and answer some questions from the judges. And in that, they have to really convince you, the voting audience in the room, that they've earned your vote. And so we're going to kick that program off. I'm really excited to get started and bring to the stage our first finalist from All Day, Kirk Morrison, co-founder. Kirk, please come on up. All right, Kirk, you have 8 minutes on the clock. We'll be watching, and please be prepared to take the hot seat and answer the judges' questions. The floor is yours.
Awesome, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Kirk Morrison. I'm a co-founder with All Day. At All Day, we are focused on helping restaurant brands create safer and more enjoyable experiences for their guests who are experiencing severe allergies, dietary restrictions, and preferences on ingredients. Statistically, we know that many of you here with us today may have a serious allergy or a food restriction that you have to be cognizant of when you're dining, and if you don't, I'm pretty sure you probably have a loved one who does. We heard from Damola just a few minutes ago about how experience is important, how removing friction is important. I think anybody who has a serious food allergy has probably had a bad experience. They've probably had an experience with a lot of friction. So we're really focused on getting rid of that. If you have a food allergy or a serious dietary restriction, I'm sure you've experienced something like this. You go into a restaurant, you ask your server for some help. They might go to the back, they get the barbecue stained binder that's got some sort of matrix that's supposed to help them navigate your dietary restriction. They run back and forth between the kitchen, asking questions. You sit there, you start feeling awkward. Everyone at the table's trying to be nice, but they don't know what to say. And then you make your order, and are you ever really confident that they understood what you needed or what your dietary restriction was? So for partners working with us, we want to make that a bit of a different experience. For someone who might be navigating a serious allergy, they come into the restaurant, their server would help them access a web-based menu where they put in their allergies or dietary restrictions, shellfish, gluten, plant-based, a whole host of allergies that the restaurant may be trying to accommodate. The menu would then dynamically build a custom menu for that guest that removes any items that they can't have based on the allergen profile of those items. And more importantly, it highlights items that they can have but that might need to be modified, and it gives them the specific instructions on how to modify that item to meet their needs. That experience is powered by the corporate culinary team, who makes sure that all of those items are set up in a way that are going to best meet the allergen profiles for those guests. A couple of years ago, I had a mentor who told me if you're going to build a business, it must do one of three things. You must help your clients make more money, you must help your clients save money, or you must keep your clients out of the courtroom. I'm really excited because I think All Day can help our clients do all three of those things. It can help attract and retain a subsegment of guests who really value transparent and inclusive dining. It can help reduce food waste costs for comped bills due to mistakes or miscommunication. And it can reduce the liability that a restaurant faces when having their frontline staff helping to navigate their guests through, in some cases, very severe dietary restrictions and allergies. There's been a lot of high-profile court cases there. We're really excited. We started 6 months ago. We're working with 30 restaurants right now. We're excited for the growth in the coming years. We're really passionate about this space. We think that this subsegment and this growing subsegment of the market has been underserved, and we're really excited to work with brands who are interested in creating a better experience and a more frictionless experience for this group of people. My name is Kirk Morrison. If you're interested in this, you can find more on us at getallday.com. Thank you.
Kirk, I love this this idea. You've only been doing it 6 months, and right now it seems like your target audience is really the casual diner or fine dining customer who's going to come and sit down at the table, take a scan of this QR code, have the menu exposed to them. It seems like to me there's probably a lot of places you could take and grow this in the future if you were to think about a product roadmap. Where do you think are some areas that are ripe for this technology in the future?
Yeah, I think even listening to Damola speak and the challenges that some of those full-service restaurants have right now in ensuring that experience is a quality one, we see a lot of opportunity there. We think that's a great testing ground for what we're building. We all know that AI-enabled dining is on the horizon. It's here, and we think that the system that we're building is going to be a really important input to that, to have structured and accurate data around the food allergens and the makeup of the recipes and how those impact those groups. So really think there's a lot of partnership opportunities going forward for us, and yeah, moving from our initial focus in full service into quick serve and other segments.
Great. What you don't have to, I have one more question, not to expose yourself, but what was the catalyst that made you tackle this particular problem?
Our partners in the business, they actually operate restaurants. This started as a little pet project with them. They brought the idea to us. Their whole philosophy is focused on inclusion in their restaurants. That's really important to them across all aspects of the business. So this just really made sense for them to be able to service this group. Like I mentioned, I personally don't have the struggle of personal allergies. My partner is plant-based. That's her choice. I have relatives who have severe allergies, so I've certainly kind of experienced that. I've been along for the ride, and I can empathize with their experience.
I didn't hear the part where it didn't affect you, so I'm so glad. I thought I was going to bring up a PTSD memory of the last time you had shellfish, so that's good to know.
Can you talk about the like the implementation process and what that would look like?
Yeah, I think that's interesting. Oftentimes, we get questions on, well, is it just as simple as kind of pulling in the ingredient list for all of our recipes and then, you guys just do it all and it works? There is some aspect of that. There is some kind of hands-on onboarding, but what's interesting with it is the actual strategy that a restaurant needs to take to understand which items can be modified, and just because they can be modified, should they be modified? If you have to kind of go to the lengths of removing several key ingredients, are you now putting something in front of somebody that's not really the product that you were envisioning? So there is certainly some kind of automation, and we see a lot of opportunity working with food manufacturers and distributors to be able to build a quality database around those ingredients. But there is still kind of a managed service aspect with the restaurant to help them understand what strategy they want to take in terms of providing accommodations.
I have no more questions. You've done great.
Yeah, that was
Awesome.
great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kirk Morrison from All Day. Kirk Morrison, the co-founder from All Day. Kirk, good luck. We're going to bring to the stage now our second finalist in this evening's Start-Up Alley program. Please welcome to the stage the co-founder of Livelytics, Akhilesh Werwahare. Akhilesh, please come on up.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Hey everyone. Thank you to the judges for selecting us as the finalists for today from the Start-Up Alley. So, I am the co-founder of Livelytics. So we are a AI and data first company, and we are a data intelligence platform solutions provider, from end to end, where we provide solutions in the restaurant and retail spaces. So as a multi-restaurant operator, how do you keep up with everything that is going on within your business? Let's be real. Going through the traditional reports and outdated insights is thing of the past. So we know that it is not enough anymore as restaurant and retail owners and operators. So in this era of AI and machine learning, we need a smarter decision-making system. We are Livelytics. So we are an end-to-end AI-first data intelligence platform that integrates with all of your operational systems like POS, accounting, staffing, and more to provide a 360-degree view of your business. What that means is that we empower every department by providing real-time data insights powered by AI and machine learning for them to make faster and smarter decisions. Throughout the platform, you will see that we have categorized our insights into 3 different modules: analysis, recommendations, and anomalies. So analysis gives you positive and negative trends. Anomalies, recommendations give you industry best practices like upselling and cross-selling opportunities, whereas like most sellable, so you might be wondering, what are my most sellable product combos? So the system will give you, even though it is not on the menu, it will give you, these are the most sellable product combos as part of the recommendations. Anomalies that highlight any issues, like if there are excessive product discounts, if there are excessive refunds, or maybe excessive returns and food wastage spikes. Now, apart from this, we also have a mobile app that brings all these insights right at your fingertips, which means that you get real-time insights at your fingertip, so that you are able to attend to any situations that require your immediate attention. Now, the highlights of the platform is the Live AI, which is our generative AI solution. So we have fine-tuned and trained Live AI with over 1,000 restaurant-specific questions pertaining to each department, so that you don't have to sift through all the data or the data complexities or the innumerable reports through disparate systems, but all you have to do is just ask a question to Live AI, and it will give you an answer based on all the disparate systems that we have integrated with as a platform. Now, on top of that, we have marketing and customer sentiment modules. So imagine that you have 50 different stores and you don't know what are how people are interacting with on a day-to-day basis with your social media profiles. So we collect all those customer interactions from the social media profiles, and then we help you design the targeted marketing campaigns to target to those new customers so that you have increased revenue and increased customer traffic. So today we believe that businesses who adopt these smarter decision-making systems will thrive compared to businesses who don't. So come, let's bring faster decision-making, smarter decision-making with sustainable growth to your business with Livelytics.
If I can ask a question, or if you can expand on it a little more, which we thought really differentiated your product was the kind of the train Gen AI with the restaurant questions. Can you talk a little bit deeper into that about like how it's restaurant specific and how you train that?
Yes, absolutely. So you're talking specifically about the Live AI, the analysis, recommendations, and anomalies.
Yes.
Yes. So we, when I was sitting with my partner, and he's here, he's being the driving force with me. So when we were sitting together, we took at least 5 months to go over all the disparate or all the AI-related systems, where the AI technology is going. We attended a lot of events. So, we wanted to make it easy for how to digest the information that we will be providing through Gen AI, because, sometimes it hallucinates, sometimes it gives you, irrelevant answers. So we had to do a lot of homework in making it more gullible to the end user, considering the restaurant operators, the managers, and everybody. So one day we were just sitting in our office ideating, and it took us almost 5 to 6 iterations to make it bring that consistent approach to the platform. So, we ended up on an analysis, recommendations, and anomalies as a decision-making, mechanism for the end users.
Okay, good. I think a quick similar question that we asked in the last group was, how does it look for implementation? What does that mean for a customer to implement? What are the steps in that?
So we, as an organization, do most of the heavy lifting. Okay. So where we are going towards is more standardization of the product, because yes, everybody is different, from a quick service restaurant to a fine dining restaurant to a fast moving or a fast-paced restaurant. So from a product implementation standpoint, we have over 650 connectors and integrators that we can directly integrate and pull the data in. Yep. So roughly based on the standardized features of the product, we offer 3 to 4 weeks to onboard any new customer from an integration standpoint and from an end-to-end implementation standpoint as well. But then, to fine-tune the system, it takes a couple of iterations, which I would suggest, I would say, 2 to 3 months to, have that holistic picture of your business.
Is your system live in any restaurants today?
Yeah, so we have a couple of restaurants. So we are one year old. So we have been working with a lot of unit restaurants, like single unit restaurants, but then we have a dozen of them. But then we have restaurant chains from 5 to 10, and then we have worked with a franchise owner who owns the biggest pizza chain in the industry. So 60 to 70. They own 60 to 70 franchise. So we initially started with 5 to 6, just to do a POC and help them with their operational matrix and other training and compliance matrix. But then we are slowly expanding to 60 and 70 of those restaurants.
Great.
Good.
You did great.
Thank you.
Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. That's Livelytics. Livelytics. Thank you very much to the co-founder, Akhilesh Wirwahare. Akhilesh, good luck tonight. That was Livelytics. Okay, I'm going to bring to the stage the third and final contestant in tonight's Startup Alley competition. From Pickpad, please welcome founder Yaro Tsehananko. Yaro, please come on up on stage. Yaro, we're going to put 8 minutes on the clock for you. The floor is yours.
Thanks a lot. Hey everyone, my name is Yara, founder of Pickpad, and I'd love to share how we use sensors and machine learning to unlock a new level of operational efficiency and hospitality. Every year, the restaurant industry processes over 60 billion transactions, and the majority of these transactions will be digital very soon. Today, customers have more ways to order than ever before. Online, apps, kiosks, voice AI. I even ordered pizza using ChatGPT. And while it's incredibly convenient for customers, it creates an absolutely new level of chaos and operational challenges for restaurants. And all of these challenges are happening at the intersection of digital and physical worlds. And this point of intersection for every store is pickup area. And it's becoming the important place in every store, processing all digital orders coming from different channels for pickup, delivery, or dining. But also this place is becoming the central hub of problems. Every day, busy store still manages like hundreds of digital orders fully manually. And this inefficiency creates a bottleneck that directly influences speed, accuracy, and of course customer experience that leads to customer retention and of course the bottom line. That's why we are at Pickpad using sensors and machine learning to unlock this new level of operational efficiency at the pickup area and bring hospitality back into service. Here's how. Pickpad is a modular system of smart pads that seamlessly upgrades any store's pickup area, whether it's a counter or shelving system, into a smart station powered by sensors and machine learning. It doesn't change any processes and store design. It requires zero investments with pure subscription model, and it takes less than 1 hour to set up everything, and you're good to go. It works on autopilot, saving hundreds of hours of manual work, double-checking every order accuracy, updating all statuses, showing customer names, and capturing data points from physical world to leverage them to speed up the process and quality of service. As a result, free hands focus on guests and incredibly personalized customer experience. We are live in our first stores in Chicago. We have incredible results. We managed to help our first customer to increase their digital revenue by 5x just within first 30 days. And right now we are expanding, and we are happy to start piloting this solution with more brands. And of course, please stop by our booth at Start-Up Alley, and you can learn more about Pickpad at pickpad.com. Thanks a lot.
So you mentioned initially, like the first problem you're trying to solve is order accuracy. right? And so initial implementation, you say it's an hour to set up. But you also talked about you have like a generative AI concept into this product. Can you talk about that a little and what role that plays?
Yeah, of course. Thanks for the question. So we are using machine learning to generate better accuracy predictions. So we can do this accuracy predictions in several ways. First way, from day one, we capture data from POS system and matching these parameters with live sensor data in real time to understand whether this order accurate or not based on your data from your POS system, like weight parameters. And of course, using not only these specific numbers from your POS, but using your previous order history, we can train this model to generate better predictions for brands and increase order accuracy level.
Great. And along with that, you don't just really solve the problem of order accuracy, right? You're collecting other data points, right, that are kind of valuable. Can you just talk to those and those specific use cases?
Yeah, thanks a lot, and thanks for noticing this, because we are not just solving the problem with accuracy, which is huge. On average, like order accuracy in fast food, fast casual is around 85%. We are on a mission to increase this accuracy to 97%, but we are more than just accuracy control solution. We are building a data company, so we are collecting and capturing data points restaurants never had before. Because using sensors, you can specifically determine the moment when the order was ready, when the order was completed, not pushing any buttons, full automatically. It means you have clear data points, and you can leverage these data points to track your average prep time for every time slot, every day, average waiting time, and see how do you meet customer expectations in terms of your, for example, promise time accuracy. What is your promise time accuracy? And we can specifically source these data points from physical world and provide these data points for restaurants, for POS systems, online ordering platforms, analytical platforms, and to give restaurants more data to make better decisions. Thank you.
I think one question for you, kind of as you first started out to think about the solution, what pivots or what has changed along the way in terms of your solution and how you look at it maybe differently than when you first started?
Oh, this question. So actually, I started solving the problem with the temperature, because I experienced the problem when my order was cold. So I started to think about this heating system that can heat the order. And actually, I bought different items, disassembled them, and started working on this. And then I went to different stores and started talking to people working in this industry. And then I realized that it's not the temperature problem. It's a data problem. So when you know your numbers, you can make it as precisely as possible. So my ideal scenario, so using this data, you understand the customer location, and you start preparing this order just in the right time. So, and you place this order just 20 seconds before a customer comes. Okay. And that's the solution for temperature.
Interesting. Okay.
I was just going to chime in because you're out of time almost, but it's unfortunate that we don't have the physical sensor pad that is used for Pickpad. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a very cool technology that I wish you had a visual of, but how did that model come about, or how did you land on, I don't know how it works, it was magic to me. I just know looking at the weight of things and the number of items to say, oh wait, there's an item missing from this order based on item count, based on POS data. It blew my mind. So how did you come up with that, that little cute shelf that has the digital name?
Yeah, thanks for great questions. And I invite everyone to Start-Up Alley to see our startup and other startups, because we have amazing things there, and we'll be happy to show these pads. So I believe I was thinking about something that is seamlessly integrated in current environment. I didn't want to bring one more piece of technology to restaurant. I just wanted to seamlessly blend this technology into your design and processes and operations. And you guys are using shelving systems and counter. So I just started to think, how can I upgrade this counters and challenge systems to more like smarter versions. And it's kind of like the most logical like a thing, right? Just this little pad.
Logical to you, magical to us. So great job.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen from Pickpad, this is Yaro Tehananko, our founder from Pickpad. All right, so I'm going to say a tremendous thank you to our judges, to Casey, Susan, and Stephanie for the work that you've done for us this evening. We have a winner.
Wow.
Thank you to the folks in the room. We have a winner. And Court, why don't you tell the room who the winner is?
They didn't give me an envelope because they didn't want to have a Steve Harvey moment, but it's right here on the screen for me. And the winner, right, is Pickpad. So congratulations, Pickpad.
Congratulations, Pickpad. Pickpad, come on up to the stage. Yaro Tehananko from Pickpad, congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yaro, I invite you to take the to say a few remarks.
Yeah, of course. Thanks a lot. Really happy to be here, and I'm really grateful for Abby and Tammy and the entire RTN team for your incredible work and this opportunity to present our solutions. Not only my solution, but like 15 amazing startups there. Thanks a lot. It's a great pleasure to be here. Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm really excited to talk to everyone, and it's so amazing to talk to people working and shaping this future of this industry. I'm grateful for our customers and, of course, Dan Ways, who's here, and thanks a lot for your support. I'm grateful for our advisors, Chris Mans and Seth Demko, who's here. Thanks a lot for your support. And of course, as a proud Ukrainian, I want to say big thank you for all Americans for supporting our country. Thanks.
Congratulations.